Hey there, Wargamers. Luka here from MiniWargaming.com, joined by Mark, our returning guest, bringing us some Middle-earth strategy battle game. Today we're going to try something a little different. Instead of match play games, we're going to be playing a few narrative missions from the Scouring of the Shire. The first one being the attack on Tuckborough, and it's going to be some ruffians against Paladin Took and his Shire defenders.
We play and call it work.
I'll be taking on the role of Sharky's Rogues. In this mission, in all of the Lord of the Rings missions, they kind of tell you what you should bring for the scenario to keep it somewhat balanced and takes that element out of the player's control, and it's more focused on trying to accomplish the mission in general. On the evil side, we have the nefarious Sid Briarthorn, ruffian chief, leading them into battle. Now, our collection doesn't have the exact models needed. It's missing one model with a whip and one model with a bow, so I just added 2 more regular ruffians. Shouldn't make that big of a difference. I have 9 ruffians, and then I will have 2 ruffians with a whip and 4 ruffians with a bow. So quite a simple list. When Scouring the Shire stuff, it's very, very easy. Nothing too fancy going on. Literally just thugs with weapons against halflings with rocks. On to the halfling side of things. What do we got here, Mark?
Alright, so I have Paladin Took, Baldel Tollpenny, 12 Hobbit Militia, and 4 Hobbit Archers in my list.
Easy and simple. And that's what we're playing with today, folks. Let's go take a look at our mission today. Today's mission will be the attack on Tuckborough from the Scouring of the Shire mission book. Both Mark and myself will be playing a couple of those missions to play with Sharky's Rogues and some halflings. This mission represents Paladin Took, the old stubborn halfling defending his land against Sharky's Rogues. After Sharky has repeatedly sent forces to deal with them and have not worked, he has now sent a massive force of rogues, ruffians, and vagabonds in general to deal with these halflings. So this will be a border dispute. We have 5 objectives, 1 directly in the middle of the table, and then 4 additional objectives flanking it east and west. The way you win this game is by controlling the border, and that's by controlling the majority of the objectives by the end of the game, and you control the objectives by having more models within 3 inches than your opponent does. And the game will end on a D6 roll of a 1 or 2 after the turn after one force has lost 8 models. Essentially being broken, but not quite. It's just special for the scenario. And then on top of all of that, there will be reinforcements helping out both sides. At the start of each player's move phase, they're going to roll a die for every warrior that's been slain. On a 5 or more, you get to add it back onto the table from the middle of the east or the west sides of the battlefield, representing other forces that were fighting elsewhere, reinforcing this part of the battlefield and helping out with the flanking objectives. And then for deployment, the evil side will be deploying in from the woods on the north end, and Paladin Took and his hobbits will be defending the farmlands on the south side, as you see here. And we are here deployed for the attack on Tuckborough. I'll be playing the ruffians. I got a variety of ruffians over here, whips, bows, regular weapons they have. We got Sid Briarthorn right there in the middle. And if anyone's curious like what this game is kind of going to be, it's like super low tier Middle-earth strategy battle game. Like my big nasty character is a 45-point model, effectively, against a bunch of hobbits. And then we have a third little brick of ruffians over here, some bows and some with regular weapons. I do have a couple of stand-in models. They blend in hopefully well enough, just because our Sharky's Rogues collection is like 12 models and Sharky and Worm. And so we had to make do with what we have. We have our 5 objectives, boom, 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 boom. These little tufts of grass represent the traps that Baldo Tollpenny gets to put down, who is back there. He's a champion stone skipper, so he's really good at throwing stones. He's got a fun rule where he gets to reroll his throw stone, hit roll, and if he rolls a natural 6 before or after the reroll, it just ignores all in the way checks and it automatically wounds. That's it, done. Nothing about it.
He's gotta be my key piece.
Yeah, exactly. And then you just have a bunch of hobbits around. It's hard to see them all. They're so tiny.
Yeah.
Hobbits over there. And now in the army showcase we actually thought the mission had Peregrine Took leading the force. It was actually Paladin Took, the old Took. So we don't have the model for Paladin Took. So this old hobbit, it's hard to tell. The old hobbit with the hammer is going to be representing him because Paladin Took has a walking cane, which just works like a hammer. Mm-hmm. So it's our best option for now. I kind of realized that afterwards, but we figured we'd just do that as opposed to not doing the scenario, because I assume, like us, a lot of you would rather see this scenario than not see it because we don't have the right models. Now, Baldo Tallpenny, if I'm saying his name correctly, also puts down 8 traps. That's what these little tufts are. So we have them numbered underneath with micro dice, and they correspond to certain types of traps. There's 4, well, you have to excuse all the equipment behind Mark. I set up the table in a dumb way to put me on the nice backdrop, and you guys get to see like the messy shelf and the door open behind Mark there. You get 4 different types of traps. One of them is nothing.
Yeah.
There's a pitfall.
Pitfall, there's snares, and there's tripwire.
Tripwire, exactly. And Mark has just kind of put them all over the place. They can't be in my deployment zone, can't be in my control zones when they're deployed. Have to be 2 away from of an objective and 3 away from one another. So we got 3 there, 3 there, and then 2 remaining on that side there. And that's kind of it. We're going to roll off randomly for priority, and we're going to play the game until it ends. And this is going to represent the attack on Tuckborough and the Took's defense of the South Farthing, or at least on this border of it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the laughs as these ruffians, who are like just absolute bullies, and they're just, I don't know, the scum of Middle-earth, essentially, in a lot of ways. Bullying hobbits and thinking they're big stuff for doing it. But the hobbits are going to humble them. At least that's what I think. We both want the hobbits to win.
I would like that.
I think everyone watching at home probably wants the hobbits to win too. How many of you out there have a Sharky's rogue army? Like a full army? Like they're like, as an army, they're not bad because they're cheap. They are very cheap. So you can have like so many regular unarmored human thugs in a list. Not that they would march to war in any organized fashion, but I'm kind of curious. You know, it'd be maybe a funny army to play. Anyways, we're going to roll for priority. I have to get a die because I'm never ready. If anyone's curious, Sid Briarthorn is a custom character from the Scouring of the Shire rulebook, as is Tallpenny over there with his traps. Sid Briarthorn's got 2 might, 1 will, 1 fate. He's a 45-point character. He's got a whip, a jagged knife, which is a sword, and a mace, I think, in case I want to use a mace. And then on top of all that, he's got terror hobbits, so he's real scary because he's nefarious, I guess, amongst them, or he's infamous, I should say. And other ruffians are also afraid of him, and they don't want to earn his ire, so they try a little bit harder nearby him. He acts as a banner for ruffians, but he doesn't count himself because he's not afraid of his own ire. Mm-hmm. And then we've already explained Tallpenny over there. And if Paladin took over there is already established character in the Armies of the Lord of the Rings book, so if you want to check out his rules, you'll see them over there. Otherwise, we'll explain them when they come up. Also, pretty sure you still use the rules for broken forces in these narrative games, even though the game scenario has you end the game in a different manner. It's just because I'm not too sure how the reinforcement rules contribute to a force being broken, but we'll figure that out as we get there. This has the chance to end very suddenly too after a few models are dead. 3! You get priority. We're going to go movement phase for the hobbits first. We'll show you where they end up moving, and we'll note who doesn't move. Well, I guess they're all going to move because throw stone's too short. It's only 8-inch range.
Only 8 inches, yeah.
Strength 1 on the hobbits as well, naturally, because they're throwing pebbles. The way I trigger traps is if I finish a move, if I at any point during a move come within an inch of them, we're going to flip it over to see what it is, and we'll resolve its effects. They're all over the place random. Did you even logically put them down? You just marked them, threw them down randomly?
Yep.
So we're all going to find out together.
It'll be fun.
Wonderful. Excellent. Okay, well, we're going to be right back after the Halflings and Sharky's Rogues move. So the Halflings form the powerful Halfling Wedge. If anyone's curious, they only move 4 inches, which is a pretty slow speed for Lord of the Rings. And the other half on the fields over there. For myself, Sharky's Rogues, the Ruffians all ran forward. All of these did a full move, so no bows firing. And then we had Sid moving up to the wall this way. We're trying to avoid that trap. We don't want to trigger it, so we're just going to split right down the middle. So it's already kind of doing its job. And we'll figure out we're just going to hop the fence instead, I guess, and slow ourselves down to a crawl. And then the last little bit of ruffians moved up over there. Now the archers only moved half, so they're going to be able to fire their regular bows at the enemy. All the halflings did full moves?
Yep.
All right, so all I have to do is just shoot a couple bows, and that's the end of the turn. These 2 ruffians with bows are just going to fire at the front 4 hobbits there, right across the way. We do have a fence for an in the weight check if we hit. Ruffians are just orc stats, except they're fight 2 instead of fight 3. But they get fight 3 if they fight a hobbit, which is all good and everything, except hobbits are fight 1.
Just 1.
So I don't know. Maybe for the characters, I guess. Sure. All right, so 2 bows on 6s because we moved. Oh. I gotta see if I hit the fence first. I believe it's a shoddy fence with 3-ups. So it goes right past the fences. I'll double check that. Yep, they're both 3-ups, and then your defense 3. Strength 2, there's regular bows. I kill both. I just kill the front 2. I cannot believe it, dude. I cannot believe it. They just loosed 2 bows on 6s into 3-ups, into 5-ups, and I just punked 2 hobbits off the rip. So 6 more, and your force is broken, and the game might end on the end of the next turn. Whew. Okay, that's it. That's the first round done. Let's roll priority and do that again with these ruffian sharpshooters. You got a 6. You get priority again. We're going to show you where all these... are any hobbits going to stay still, or are they going to rush at the enemy?
I might move some of my archers forward.
Okay, we'll show you where they end up. So we moved up the hobbits. We kept the bows still, because they're short bows, only 18-inch range. Bow big enough for a hobbit, but we're going to be in range to fire them. One of them scooted over just so it has a better angle of fire. And I'm going to move some of my guys, and I'm going to do a bunch of climb checks to jump over the fence for these guys. For the archer, these 2 are archers. He's got a bow on his back. Boo. So those 2 are archers. We'll do jump. Okay, I think he just trips and stays there. That guy, okay. The next guy, all right. He makes the hop. There you go. Excellent. And then I guess this guy's gonna move over to here and jump over the fence with his whip. He will. Oh, begin the assault. Oh no. We're gonna move on to the. Let's do Sid. He's gonna climb up and over the fence. He's going to go to about here. Next guy, and then the guy beside him. They're all going to jump over. Part of me feels like I could just avoid the traps, I guess, but I'd like to trigger a couple of them to see what they do and get them out of the way. Of course, when they hop the fence, they jump over. They lose their move because they didn't roll 6s. And then these 2 dummies are, I believe they're weirdly prone because they trip. Boom. And fall on over. Boom. For fun, let's have this ruffian walk up to this trap. You ready?
Yep.
What is it gonna be, Mark? On the other side of that trap, it's a 6. That's a nothing trap.
That is nothing.
So the 5s and 6s are nothing. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are actual traps. With that in mind, this guy's gonna go up and around that way, essentially. Let's have this guy go trigger this trap. I'm just curious what it is. I just want to know now. Could that be the other nothing one?
Oh, no, that is something.
What's a 1? That's the first one. So 1 is a tripwire trap. So Mark's gonna roll the die.
On a 2+. That is a 1.
That is a 1, everyone. The dwarven rune is a 1. So what happens to the trip? It's just
It is now removed from play.
Okay, so it's just I trip it, but it's not that effective. I see. Continue moving the ruffians up. We're gonna keep these 2 snipers where they are, and we're gonna go to shooting. You have a few halfling bows that are in range and can fire now.
Yep.
And we'll go ahead and resolve those. We got the archer right there, who's gonna shoot at this ruffian, and then the archer near this haystack is gonna shoot down at this ruffian. Boop. And then we have a couple more archers. One back there who's going to fire also into those ruffians. And one last shot will go into these archers over here. So we'll start. Well, we're already over here, so might as well start with them. What's the shoot value of a hobbit? Oh, they got 3+. Nice. Shoot value. That's pretty good. He didn't move, did he?
No, he did not.
3s to hit then. 3s. That's a 4. Nice. And then on a 3-up, it goes past the fence. It doesn't. No. That's the one that gets stuck in the fence. This archer is going to fire over here. He did not move. That's a 5 to hit. Excellent. And he's dead. There's nothing in the way. He just takes an arrow somewhere unfortunate enough to take him out. Moving on, we got this archer cross-firing into that guy. There might be an in-the-way check for the haystack, but we'll get there when we get there. Cranks a hit, passes the in-the-way, and then can we get one more 5+? No. 2. All right, it's just a minor wound on him, not enough to take him out. And then the last shot right across into one of the ruffians. Cruel, good hit. Kills him. There's nothing in the way. If you would be so kind as to remove him, please. Takes an arrow. That reminds me of the reinforcement rule that Mark lost these on the previous turn. So rolls 2 dice every 5 up, you get a guy back. You get 1 back. That's a 1 and a 6. So we'll have him come back. You get to pick either this side or the opposite side for him to move on. And then that shouldn't affect the game at all because it's just his move. Have that reinforcement come in from over here. I wasn't missing any at the start of my turn. I'll be rolling next turn now after those vicious shots. You know what? Let's go have these archers try and take out that reinforcement who just showed up. Go 1 at a time. There shouldn't be any in the way checks there. First guy misses. Second guy hits because they're shoot 5. And that halfling's just dead. All right, that's a 3rd dead halfling. Shows him for showing up. From these 2, we'll go to the other flank. And these 2 are... The fence got moved a little bit. Sorry, boop. These 2 are defending the wall. So they're going to shoot directly into these 2 halflings right there. We've got a hit. And can we kill? Yeah, just brutal. This is representing the brutality of the Scouring very well. Now we're at priority for the 3rd turn. 6, all right, so that means I win. You got a 5. For myself, I'm missing 2 ruffians. We're gonna get back Neither one. No reinforcements for myself. You have 3 missing. We'll get yours out of the way.
None.
1, 1, 2. Nada. We're going to do my movement first. These guys actually aren't prone. They just stop they end their move. So I'm going to play them as if they're still standing up. Ooh. So that's a full 6-inch move. So this guy who tripped a little bit first is going to boop, hop on over and be able to continue his move. You know what? He's good. He's so full of zeal and excitement. He wants to impress Sid. He just rushes forward, doesn't see the trap. And the trap is a 2. What's that? Ooh.
I think that's a snare.
Were pitfalls the 4? Yeah.
Pitfalls were the
So how does the snare trap work, Mark?
On a 2+, the model is revealed is knocked prone and suffers a strength 1 hit. Models with kind of snare trap cannot move until they have freed themselves.
Oh, kind of like a paralyzed thing? Oh, no, he's snared. He's got a little like trap around his foot. It works!
Hey.
So he's knocked prone. We're going to remove that. And then I'll knock him prone. And then he takes a strength 1 hit. And 1. All right, so he's not hurt. Now, he has to, I assume at the end phase, he has to try and free himself on a 6?
Yes, roll a d6 is equal to or less than the model's strength characteristics. They stand up.
Equal to or less than their strength? Their strength 3, I believe. Okay, during the end phase?
During the end phase.
Gotcha, all right. Well then, this next one is going to try to do the same thing. He's just going to hop on over the fence. We keep the archer still, and then we're going to move all of these forward. For them, they're going to rush onto the objectives and hold them, because that's the name of the game. These guys are actually going to move a little bit more this way to make their way towards the objective. This guy, who's still good to go, is going to move up towards the objective. From there, we're going to have these archers move forward 3, because they want to keep shooting. That is it. We're going to go on to some hobbit moves here. Of all those hobbits, just this one moved, because they are going to throw rocks and shoot bows. And we have a few more hobbits over here moving. Well, these hobbits aren't going to move much either. They're just going to throw stones, as hobbits do. Strength 1. And the normal throw stones, you can't move after you do it. So we're going to do my shooting first. These 2 are going to shoot into this archer hobbit back there. Should be 5s to hit. Ooh, got a hit naturally, and you better believe it's a dead hobbit. Another one for the grinder. Is that 5 dead hobbits already?
That's 5 dead hobbits.
Not dead, not dead. 2 injured to continue the battle. Those 2 are going to fire into these 2. 5s to hit. Okay, 1's going to hit. Does it get past the fence? You better believe it does. And you better believe it's stone cold killer arrow. Because the hobbit's actually alive. Unreal. These 3 hobbits are going to throw stones into the ruffians in the front. Let's do, that's not Paladin took over there.
This is Balder. He's the special.
Balder's going to throw first. All right, he needs 3 to hit. And he can reroll. Oh, he's going to reroll. It's a 2. Oh, so close to the 6. Now, does it hit the fence?
It does.
6s ignore, it doesn't, yeah, because if he rolls a 6 to hit, it ignores all in the way checks, or it passes all in the way checks and automatically causes a wound. That's awesome. All right, we've got 2 more stones to throw. Boom, 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 boom. Both are going to hit. Roll me, do the one who's going to go over the fence first.
Okay, so him.
It passes the fence, now you can roll them both together for wounds. Strength 1, I think we need, not the 2s, not those. All right, does that guy want to throw a rock?
He moved.
He
so
moved, that's right. We got 2 bows over here.
Yeah, we'll have 1 bow fire at them.
On 3, that's a 2. We got 1 more bow.
1 more bow. I think he's going to end up firing at that guy on that objective.
Works for me. That is 1. Okay. We got some rocks to throw over here. We'll figure out what we want to do. 1 rock throw there to there. That's a hit. And boop. Nope.
The objective.
Bow into there. I didn't realize we were going to do such a range battle between the 2 of us. It hits. It's a 3. And dead.
Hey.
Oh, there's my 3rd death. We're going to put these 3 rocks into these 2 ruffians. They're the whip guy mainly because he's got a special weapon. Why not?
Yeah.
3s to hit with 3 rocks. That is 1, 2 hits. There's a 1 in there. And then 6s, I think. 1 and a 2. Not going to do it. We still have these 2 can throw a rock and that 1 model there.
We'll just also throw them at them.
Same idea. Those 2 this direction. Yep. Throw rocks. Let's go. All 3 of them. That is going to be 1 miss, 2 hits, and bloop. 1 and a 4. Not going to quite do it. All right. Is that it for shooting?
That's it for me.
That's it for the turn. We're going to go to priority for the next turn. We're not quite at the point for the game to end. I will have priority again. I got to roll for reinforcements. I'm missing 3 of my guys, so we're going to get back none of them. And you're missing 4 currently, which is going to bring back 2. Nice. Yours. Wait till I do my move, though, then you get to see what I do first. Yep. Don't forget to roll for this guy to see if he breaks free. He has to roll
Equal to or less
than his strength.
Yep.
To break it. Oh, so he rolls, I'll double check. I'm pretty sure the strength 3. Yeah, they're strength 3, defense 3. Exactly. So he breaks his trap, and he's normal. He just breaks the snare trap. It's like literally like a little rabbit snare trap around his ankle right now. The brutality commence. We're gonna have Sid start this off. He's gonna charge right into this halfling. He's got a whip, so he's gonna see if he hits with it. He does. Oh my god. Unreal. He's going to reach. So that was about 4. He's going to redirect his charge this way. And then this guy with the whip is going to charge in. He's going to stop there. He's going to hit. Oh, no, dude. Guys, they're strength 1 whips. He doesn't quite have the movement to make it into another combat. So it's just an impressive show of force. This guy's going to stand up. He's going to move about. He's just going to move a little bit. This guy is going to charge this way. He does not have a whip, so there's nothing to fear for the halfling. Let's have this guy move up, and the archers are going to hop the fence, even though they could go up and around it. First archer, second archer, they just hop over to the other side. That's a full move, though. No shooting. And then this guy's going to move towards this objective. I lied. He's going to move towards this objective. These 2 guys are coming in. He's going to go in that way. This guy's going to trigger the trap and all his zeal. He's going to go about there. Bam! What's the trap? 1!
Ooh.
That's the
tripwire.
The tripwire. 2 up! It's not a dud! I take a strength 2 hit and I go prone.
Strength 2 hit and you go prone.
5 to kill. That's a 1. But he's gonna, oh, trip, boom, down he goes. We go to the other side. I don't quite know what I want to do on this side. The other side, it's just like a slaughter over there. We've killed 7 halflings. We got to kill 1 more and then the game will start to end. Let's just have these 2 ruffians move up and around, and then these archers don't need to hit on 5, so they're going to move 3 and hit on 6s because we know that they're going to do well anyways. They're going to defend the fence, and then the 2 archers will move up 3 behind them, and then all the hobbits can come. You get to put down 2 halflings somewhere on the east or west flank, and then move the rest of the forces. The reinforcements are coming in on this flank of the battlefield where Sid is leading the ruffians in a bloody charge against the halfling defenders. Some of the halflings moving in to support the ruffian fights. Here's Paladin Took going in. The 1 archer just staying back there.
He doesn't really have any shots on anybody, so
he's got this 1 prone guy.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. On this side, we had the 1 halfling run to the objective, and then these remaining 5 have to make a decision. We got what's his name? The
Baldo.
Baldo, thank you. We're going to move a few of the more melee-oriented halflings, well, the ones with their bows up. We're going to keep Baldo still, and then the 2 archers right behind him, and that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and shoot some of my bows. And you're going to go ahead and do your thing. So I'm going to have these archers fire. The one on the left is going to go for the halfling on the objective. The one on the right is going to do the same thing. But if that halfling's dead, we're going to go for the halfling near the haystack. So should be the same shots out of the way. We got a hit because we moved. Fence is in the way. Whew. Oh, the fence protected. And then over to here, these guys moved. No shots for them. You get to do your shooting, which is mostly... Oh, let's do that 1 out of nowhere shot on the guy on the ground. He's in the open, so he should be good. That's a 1. Lots of 1s here. We got this halfling with a bow showing back up his reinforcements. He moved a little bit, but able to still hit on a 4. That is a 1 again. Those dice.
They're not good for me.
No, good for me. The dwarf dice aren't doing you any favors.
They do good for the dwarves, not the hobbits.
This is Khazad-dûm, Kingdom of Khazad-dûm dice. All right. That's it for over here. We got 3 ranged attacks on this side.
Start with Baldo.
Baldo, looking for a 6. You could re-roll. Is it re-roll misses or re-roll hits?
Re-rolled failed hits.
Oh, failed hits. Okay. So it hits then. Does it hit the fence?
It does.
It does hit the fence. Okay. We got 2 bows right behind him on the...
We'll both fire at those guys.
Guys out front. Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. Clear shot. Just the fences are kind of in the way. Both miss. Holy crap. So, with priority, let's do this fight first. I got a ruffian versus a halfling militia. I roll a 6. I win. I'm fight 3. Yep. We'll push away, and then I could either trap you and put you in cuffs, because that's a thing that ruffians have against halflings, or I could just strike you to kill you. What's your defense?
3.
So I either roll a 3 up to trap you or a 4 to slay you. 4 to slay. Oh, you're good. You defend yourself. Let's do this whip guy against Paladin Took. We'll see what Paladin's got going for him. Paladin has fight value 2. So that means my rule will come into play.
Wait. I can heroic strike you. I might.
Would you like to declare a heroic strike?
Yeah.
Not against Sid?
He's not in contact with Sid.
Not for late. How much might does Paladin have?
1.
This is it. This is the fight. This ruffian.
Yes.
All right. Roll it up. Strike it up. You got a 2. It makes you fight 4. Beats my fight 3. You have no might left on Paladin Took. I have 1 attack. I roll a 6. So you got to roll 6 to win. That's a 1. You know what? I'm gonna put, Paladin is an important... We can't kill him because we want to keep the hobbits happy. So we're going to put him in cuffs. We do. All right. Paladin is now under the... He's arrested. I arrested this stubborn old halfling. Now the way it works is he's under the effect of paralyzed. He can't do anything. During the end phase, he can try and free himself from the shackles by rolling a 6. And other halflings who are not involved in a fight or anything can assist him and roll additional dice to try and break him out. Let's do the Sid fight. We have 2 attacks against you. Roll 4 is our high die. You get a 3. Sid is out here to set some examples. So we're going to strike the hobbit. And I'll re-roll that one. And there we go. We got a 5. The 3 would have killed it too, but I just wanted to make sure the 5 took us there. He's strength 4. Actually, it would have been a 4 to kill, but all the same. That would be our 8th slain halfling. Our hobbit down. So that means next turn at the end, it will, on a 1 or a 2, the game will come to a close. And it looks like it'll be a ruffian game as the objectives stand. But we'll see. We'll see. We got this one ruffian fighting 2 halflings. We roll a 6, so we win. We're going to start putting them in chains. This halfling there. Oh, no, he's good. We just fend him off. That's it. We're going to go to priority now for the next turn. I got a 3. That's a 2. All right, so priority goes to me. I'm missing 3 of my ruffians. So we're going to get 1 of them back. 1 of them back. I have my 1 ruffian enter the board from this side to go help the objective. I don't know if I want to move any of these guys. I'm going to move, because the game might end. I'm going to move these guys. They're 3 towards the objective as well, to try and, like, they're going to go base to base so they can fire in either direction. And then... these guys are going to move up to the objective as well, but they want to shoot their bows, so they're just going to move up and move up. Before I continue moving, let's see if Paladin can break out of the shackles. That's a 2. No, he's still wiggling around in there. Let's see if the brutality can continue. Let's just have this guy tie him up. This one's going to stand up and back up onto the objective a little bit more, just because his move is halved. Oh, wait, no, he was snare trapped, wasn't he? No, he broke free. Yes, he broke free at that last turn, yeah. So let's do... Sid is going to declare a charge here. He's got a whip, though, so naturally he's going to miss. He's probably not shoot 3. I'll double check later. He's going to commit to the charge. This guy's going to commit to the charge. And then this guy's got old Paladin Took chained up, so he's going to try and go for that guy over there. We're going to go 1 inch this way, and then it's another 5 to get in. So we're going to charge this archer, but naturally we got that whip, which hits. And... No, you're defense 3, right?
I'm D3.
So I'm going to double check, but because it's triple my strength, I'm pretty sure you're good. So we're just going to go arrest you instead. And over to here, this is all done and good. So let's roll for your reinforcements. You're missing 5 halflings. You're going to get not a single one back. This is a poor defense of the South Farthing, let me tell you. Someone's got to roll a little bit better than this. So the brutality, strength 1 is... good enough to destroy defense 3 on a 5. I don't know what's up with these. These whips are looking a hell of a lot better than what they normally are. Let me tell you, this ain't the normal circumstances for a whip. So some moves. This halfling just keeps coming down, but he's only moved 4, so he can't quite charge. This one with the bow is going to stay where it is. A lot of these halflings are tied up, so it's going to lead to over here. The halflings that we're pushing up are going to charge those 2 ruffians, and Baldo and the 2 archers are going to stay and try and take a couple shots while that 1 halfling protects the objective there. And we're going to go to my shooting, which I might as well start over here. I'm going to put... Did this guy not move? He's just going to stand on the objective. All the same. Or if he did move. Yeah, he's the guy who freed himself. Yeah, he's just going to hang out right there. These 2 are going to fire into these 2 halflings here. So what you got here? 5s. Okay, naturally. Can we do that again? Just first success is that guy dead. Yeah, get both those hobbits off my table, too. Get both these hobbits out of here. Dead. I can't help but laugh. This is not what is happening with these dice. Maybe I should get a Sharky's rogue army. For sure, it's good. Kind of earlier we decided, because the reinforcement rule is a little weird, we're not going to worry about the broken forces aspect of the game. We're just going to play with the mission rules. And if the game ends, the game ends. This is brutal. Absolutely monstrous. I got a couple more archer shots. We're going to shoot the hobbit on the objective. We miss. Holy crap, we miss. That's insane. Wait, did they move? I gotta double check. I think only one Hobbit dies because I rolled a 5 and a 6 to hit. Let me double check. So there was a 5 and a 6 to hit. That means the 5 misses because I moved, but we still got the one halfling up front. Impressive roll also. Okay, that should be it for my shooting. Where would you like? Well, this guy's able to shoot. He didn't move, right?
Yeah, and those guys can shoot too. You haven't shot.
They did. They rolled 2 3s.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they punked. That's what reminded me of them maybe missing because they moved.
We'll start off shooting at an archer.
Boom, archer. Yeah, take these guys out. They're a threat. That's a 1, naturally. Nothing over here is firing.
Nope.
All of this, though.
I'm going to throw a rock at that archer.
Okay. It is a good hit. You're near enough to the fence for me. You're good enough. No. Strength 1. It's a 5, as we know, to kill. We got Baldo. Baldo. That's a 1. He can reroll. 3. Still hits.
Doesn't hit the fence.
The fence. Yes, it does. That's a 1. We got 2. So that archer there on the dirt patch did end up moving, so it's going to hit on a 4. That's a 3. All right, the move made a miss. And a hit.
Oh.
The fence. No, it hits the warrior. Does it kill the warrior? Yes!
Yeah.
If you would be so kind as to remove that warrior for me, sir, thank you very much. Another brutal death in this defense. The 4th fallen ruffian to the 9 halflings so far. All right, we got a few fights. We got 2 just regular fights here. You do the one near the tree first. I got a 1. Ooh, that's not good. 3.
Hey.
That means you win it. You're strength 2. I'm defense 3. That's a 2. All right, not quite enough. So I assume push him away from the objective makes the most sense. Oh, there's a tree snagging on him. There we go. Thank you. Then we get the other one near the fence. I'm going to roll a 3. A 4. You fight him off. And you don't slay the ruffian. You do push it away. I'll push it that way. The only other fights will be on this side of the battlefield. One fight over here. We got a 4. The hill.
It worked.
It's a 5. A 1, though. Naturally. Boom, fought off. Then we have Sid fighting a halfling. Oh, a 6, we win. We're going to put him in... we made an example of the one halfling. We're not here to kill them. The rogues are here to make sure the halflings work. Work well. So we're putting them in chains. Nope, you're good. You just fought off. I could strike him with 2 dice, but it's funnier to put him in chains. The one ruffian over there, that's a 2. We are near Sid, though. Oh, we got a 1. Who cares? In the chains he goes. Yes. You have to roll higher than the strength of the enemy to chain them. So we got 2 prisoners over here. That is the resolution now. Would you like to do the honors, Mark, or you want me to roll for the game?
I want you to roll. I roll low all the time.
And the game is done. That's it. That is the defense of Tuckborough, everyone. Not well done. Let's look at the objective control. Luka's got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the objectives to your 1. The hobbits did literally everything but hold the line. You know what? Let's see if this guy breaks free from his chains. 1. Nope. The other guy? Nope. They're going right back to the lock key. So this kind of like, this scenario is one of many in a chain of linked scenarios in the Scouring of the Shire. You can do the whole campaign, like front to back. It just tells you what order to do the missions in, what happens in the first mission affects how the second one plays out. Because you can kind of just play them as they are. But if you play the campaign, it alters slightly. Yeah. Like maybe he gets less traps if he was doing something else. You get certain forces get a couple extra models, a couple less models, things like that. Not enough to like severely hamper the mission, but it like kind of lets you remember like, oh, because of the stupid second mission, 4 missions later, I'm now dealing with this because like the snowballed the other 2 missions sort of thing. Yeah, like little things like that. It's very like low tier, like Lord of the Rings strategy battle game. Like we're looking at like the nastiest fighter, Sid. He's actually pretty good, all things considered. He's an orc captain stats, I guess. But he acts as a banner for ruffians. I don't even know if you can bring him in like the usual army. Actually, I think at the Legendary Legion you can.
Okay.
Because he's like one of the options for that, yeah. There's Sharky's Rogues, Legendary Legion, if you wanted to play that. It's a little bit more flexible than the actual Sharky's Rogue army list. That is, sometimes it's a pretty abrupt end. That's pretty much it for this one, folks. Stay tuned for the next release because Mark and I are going to go ahead and record another one. And we have a 3rd game planned, a larger game. It's going to involve halflings. And no spoilers here, but it should be a pretty funny one, I think. We'll rethink all around. The next one we're going to start for our other mission. It is just another one from the Scouring of the Shire, so stay tuned if you want more halfling nonsense. Sid is going to be put away. Paladin's going to be put away. We're going to be bringing out a couple other characters, and we'll see you there. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Leave some feedback down below for some Middle-earth strategy battle game content. Again, if you want to see more of this content, comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Check if you're watching this on miniwargaming.com. Check out the blue YouTube. We call it the blue channel because it's where we put all of our non-40k, non-Sigmar games because of the algorithm and all that stuff. This is all of our passion games. Is kind of where that channel is at. So check it out with the link here, and we'll see you next time. And if you want to come play Lord of the Rings, go to miniwargaming.com/challenge, like Mark did. He's playing a bunch of games this week, but now the rest of the week is just Lord of the Rings for us. And I guess with that, happy wargaming.
Happy wargaming.
Next time.